Oh, okay. Well, I am live and alone. I am by myself in here, but that's okay. I will just go ahead and get started anyway, and hopefully somebody will join in. Hello, welcome. Yes. Anyways, so today I just wanted to hop on here after the last video because I was editing it and I realized that everything I said in the video I meant. And am I early? Is it early? It was 10 on my clock, but you know, different clocks be saying different things. But yes, what was I saying? Oh yeah, when I was watching my own video back as I was editing, I realized that I felt like I sounded pretty jaded. Like I sounded like I don't like Korea anymore, which is not the case. Okay, I still like Korea. I still love Korea, but um I felt like this would be a good video to have like an after about so I can like explain why I sound so negative about this country and the experience of living in this country and stuff. And honestly, I think that most of the reason is just this pandemic. Am I allowed? You know what? It doesn't matter if I say it or not. I'm not monetized anyway. So yeah, the pandemic is kind of killing the vibe. It's kind of ruining the experience for me. And I feel bad because I know every country is in the pandemic, right? Every country is going through it. But why do I feel like I want to leave here and go experience a pandemic in a different country? Like that sounds that sounds silly. That sounds like I'm setting myself up for expectations that are gonna just come crashing down, and I'm really not. Like, I just realized that a lot of the reasons I like this country, a lot of the experiences that I came here for are maybe a little superficial, but I just can't access them, uh, in the COVID land. I can't access them during the pandemic. Like I said, like the nightlife, like travel, things like that, I can't do right now anyway. And then the other parts, the things that I can do, are just not convenient for me because I'm not in my own country. Like accessing healthcare, although it's cheaper here, it's not uh, it's not convenient because I love how it's priced, but I hate how I can't really communicate with my doctors the way I want to and things like that. But yeah, what are y'all's thoughts? What do you think? What are some things you wish you knew before coming to Korea? Or if you're not in Korea yet, what are some things that hmm, hi, hello, welcome. What are some things that you wish you knew or some things that you did know that kept you from coming, or perhaps why, just in general, what do you feel about Korea? Because right now I'm feeling like I'm ready to bounce. I'm ready to jump up out of here. Um, and I realize like the pandemic is coming to a close. So like a lot of the things that I like, they're gonna open back up. I mean, the pandemic's not coming to a close, but the restrictions are coming to a close. And a lot of the things that I want access to are gonna open back up, but I don't know, I just feel like that was a phase of my life for my 20s, and now that I'm about to enter into my 30s, I'm just like, I want different things now. I desire things that I don't think I can get here. Yeah, I touched on the dating issue. I know. Yeah, even my sister says that. My sister never actually got to visit Korea at all. And her thing is she doesn't want to visit and have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So she's not going to come this year either. And so I don't think she's going to come while I'm in Korea because, yeah, the pandemic. But, you know, I can only give her so much leeway because I have been here for 5 years and she did have a chance. She coulda came before, just saying. But yeah, I oof. And yeah, I did touch on the dating issue in that video, but that's probably one of the main reasons because I may talk like I am cold-hearted and I don't care about none of these men's is or women, but I am lonely romantically. Um, I'm not I'm not lonely generally because I have friends, I can easily access my family, and I'm content, like, I feel loved. I feel love, but romance, though. Um, and I don't really think I want it from my I don't not want it from my friends. I just how do I explain? I don't want romance from my friends, but I do want romantic friendships too. It's hard to words are hard sometimes. You watched the dating one I was featuring. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty long. That was a long video. So, and there were a lot of different perspectives there as well, which I think is important because some of the things I'm not willing to necessarily say on the internet, some of them were willing to say. Um, like there's one dude, he was talking about how he just embraces the whole fetishization thing at this point. He's just like, all right, I know what you came here for. Let's get to it. And and it's not me. That's not what I'm finna do. But on one hand, like I kind of get it because it's like, do I want to be alone or do I want to be fetishized? Ideally, neither. But where we at though? Um can, is the sound coming through all right? Everything you all can hear well, by the way, because I am using this mic. It is new but cheap. My old mic, I broke it. It was a sad moment. I never used it as much. I never used it to its full potential. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad it sounds good. Yeah. I'm also like, yeah, I really want to be married. I want to be married with a dog. No, not married with a dog. Wait. I want to be married and I want me and my person to have a dog. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, it's very not like the dramas. I mean, there are aspects, of course, that are like dramas. Like, I like the different types of dates you can go on in this country. I never thought that just going on a walk was cute. I've heard of it obviously before. I've heard of it in the States, but I don't know. Somehow it's cuter here. And like sometimes you can get that K-drama feeling of like the tension building and like, oh, will they hold my hand? But it's so rare and it's so much more likely to bump into someone who's gonna think, oh, yeah, I know what American girls are like. Let me get some of that. Like, I don't like it. And then sometimes I feel pressure to be the opposite of that as well. Like sometimes I feel pressure that I have to be more prudish and I have to be more reserved because I don't want to perpetuate that stereotype either. But it's like sometimes I be want to be a hoe. Not all the time, but sometimes. Don't judge me. I'm lonely. But sorry about the silence, y'all. I have notes. but I'm trying not to look at them too long. Ah, yes. And then also, non-romantic wise, I also feel a bit lonely as well because even though I have friends, awesome friends, great friends, and we spend time, I would say we spend enough time together. But sometimes you also want to like just meet random people. And that part is very near to impossible because hi, hey, welcome. But meeting just random people is very near to impossible because in this country, Korean people, the native people here, they have their friendships from childhood. Like they make most of their friends. I hear people talk about meeting up with their middle school friends, their elementary school friends. Okay, awesome. Welcome. Meeting up with all of these friends, and then they keep these friends for their whole entire life, which is great. But it's like once they enter into adulthood, they're not trying to make new friends. So I can't like do what I used to do in the States where I would find a pretty girl and I'd be like, "Ooh, I like your shoes." And she would be like, "Thanks, I like your hair." And then we would just start talking and now we're friends. We're friends now. I've done that here several times. And you know what happens? They think I'm weird or a lesbian, which, but that's not the point. The point is that I don't want to be a weirdo. Like sometimes I just want to make friends. I just want to meet new people. And it's really hard. It's really hard. It's really easy to meet new guys, but the guys don't want to be my friend unless they're gay, which is cool. I have a collection of gay friends now. um, but I want some girl friends, girl space friends, or non binary friends, I guess. Um, I just I want I want to be able to just meet people easily. Like I used to, and it's ill hard. So we talked about romantic relationships, we talked about friendships, we talked about how COVID has affected my general quality of life. And these are just some of the reasons why I sound extra jaded in that video. I mean, my number one favorite thing that I experienced in Korea was being able to travel to other countries. Since living in Korea, I've visited Taiwan, Thailand, Vietnam, Japan, Malaysia, Indonesia. Why do I feel like there's more? Philippines. Me and Andrea went to the Philippines. Yeah, that's a lot of experiences that I had just since I was in Korea and just in the first like 3 years period, right? Because the last year and a half or last 2 years, we ain't been able to go nowhere. So, in a 3-year period, I visited all of those people. I already said Malaysia. I already said Indonesia too. Kuala Lumpur was in Malaysia and Bali's in Indonesia. Why you don't know that? Why you don't know that? Why you naming cities when I name countries? Hmm? But, um, it's hard. The first 3 years of me being here, I got to see all of that, and then the last 2 years, nothing. It's like I was traveling here, there, and everywhere, and it was very exciting and fun, and then suddenly, you can't go nowhere. So I don't know, it's depressing for me because I guess travel is all I ever wanted to do, and I got a passport for the first time ever so I could come to Korea. Like, my first ever passport was for me to come to Korea. It was the first time whenever I came as studying abroad, and I've been hooked on travel ever since, and at least in the States, if I wanna travel, at least I can travel to other states. Um, or like there are countries that are open again, like Mexico, and I don't know where else, but there are countries that are open. but I can't really get there from here, or I can't logically travel there while living here because when I want to come back, I have to quarantine for 2 weeks. And those 2 weeks are problematic when you have a job. I have a job. My vacation might only be 2 weeks long. So I can't exactly go somewhere and come back and then quarantine for 2 weeks. It's a struggle. Welcome, welcome. African Chick 23. That's who I think it is, right? I think. Anyways, welcome. um, so I'm very much having a good I'm having a harder time than I used to. A little bit sad about it. um, and that doesn't mean this experience isn't valuable, and it doesn't mean that Korea is not an awesome place. It just means that it's not giving what it was supposed to give. I said that already, but I like that quote. That's a quote, by the way. It's not that I don't know grammar. I know grammar. It's just a meme. There's a fruit fly in here. So I need to grab my coffee really quick. I was brewing coffee. I just need to pour it in a cup and run right back. I will be 30 seconds max. But in the meantime, why don't y'all think of some questions to ask me, some things you want me to discuss while I'm on the live chat? I'm only going to be on here probably about 30 minutes total. It's already been 16 minutes, 17 minutes. So we got like 13 minutes left. So I'm going to run. Okay, you can time me. I'm going to be 30 seconds or 40. Ugh. Eh, eh, I bet that was even shorter. Okay. I heard if you're double vaccinated, you don't have to quarantine for 2 weeks. That only applies. Oh, actually, you might be onto something. You might be onto something. I was gonna say that only applies to Koreans, but actually, isn't it that only applies to people vaccinated in Korea? Actually, you might be right about that. But it's like it's kind of too late. Like I just got finished being vaccinated. It just happened now. Like my mind has already been made up. So it's like, yeah, maybe that's the case, but after 2 years of not being able to travel, you lost me. I'm ready to go now. It's too late. um, and yes, and it only applies to vaccines that happened in this country. So like the issue was like my sister can't come visit me, and my my loved ones cannot come here and leave because when they arrive here they will have to quarantine for 2 weeks. But you're right though, if I was just going to travel around Asia again, yes, I can do that now, but it took so long to be able to that mm-mm. It was only 20 seconds. Good. Yes. I'm fast. I'm quick. I'm drinking black coffee though because of that. But it's fine. It's fine. I I've been drinking black coffee for the past several, not several, couple of weeks anyway, because I like my coffee black just like my metal. Does anyone know that song? Probably not. It's very niche. It's a Anyways, is there anything else I want to do before I leave Korea? You know what? I just want to give quality time to the people and experiences that I've had since being here. So I'm gonna be all up in Andrea's house like all the time. I'm gonna be bothering my friend Serena. She's not on here, but I'm gonna be bothering her. I'm gonna be bothering Michael. He's on here. I'm gonna be bothering all my friends. I'm gonna be all up in their business. I'm gonna be so far up their butts. They're gonna be like, chill, I gotta poop. Because yeah, I just need to like have that last little quality time. Not last forever. I know. I'm sorry. I, I have a weird sense of humor. Um, but I it's not last. It's not last forever. I'm not never gonna see these people again. But but I don't know when I'll see them again. You know, if it's gonna be 1 year, 2 years, if I'm gonna have to wait until I come back to visit, or if they're gonna be coming back to the States themselves. I don't know when it will be. So I'm gonna spend as much time with them as possible leading up to my leaving. Play dates with our fur babies. Well, I'm not gonna have one yet, but I will I will meet your fur baby at least one time. I will give it a chance. You are excited to leave Korea? Me too. Why are you excited? I want to know. Let's talk about it. Why are you excited to leave? Is it is it COVID? Is it the dating issue? Is it what is it about? I do hate cats, but I will give it a chance because it's her cat. This cat is important to a person who's important to me. Therefore, I will give it a chance. Xenophobic. You right. Mhm. You right. You leave in a week and you're going to Mexico. Oh, ow, yes, okay. Uh, vas, vas a Mexico. Va, because I don't know you. So usted va a Mexico. Is that right? Am I saying that right? I'm not good at Spanish. I'm trying though. I'm learning Spanish, y'all. I'm learning. I'm still studying slowly but surely. That's dope though. I hope you have an awesome and excellent experience there. I know they're a lot more open-minded. I mean, there's some kind of, xenophobia everywhere, but I know they're a lot more open in Mexico. And yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, so Nicole just said, let's talk about how they will deport you if you violate social distancing requirements. And that's facts. That's facts. They were sending around a thing for Halloween. So for Halloween, full on COVID rules were still in effect. And they were saying that there will be strict repercussions if you violate COVID rules, and foreigners may even be deported. Now, let me explain why that's wild, okay? Um, Rules like you need to have your mask on, but we're in a bar. I need to take it off if I'm going to take a drink, right? So how am I going to be deported if I take a drink? Like, or rules like, social distancing, you have to be like far away from somebody else, right? You can't be too close. And I get it, but if I could insert a picture right now of what the streets looked like actually on Halloween, how literally impossible it would have been. I wasn't there. I wasn't on the streets because I'm not trying to get deported. But if I could show you how literally impossible it would have been to socially distance, and I was really like about to be like, no, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna go anyway. I'm a rebel. But turns out I'm a chicken. So me and my friends just went to a restaurant instead. Um, Someone needs to come to Costa Rica. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's considered a territory of the United States. Correct me if I'm wrong. But so when I'm in the US, I'm definitely gonna visit, travel anywhere that I'm allowed to travel, which I believe anywhere that's within the United States is included in that. So I will check that out for sure. Um, what else? People here are vain. Vain, yes, yes. So I showed y'all in my last tattoo removal or my first tattoo removal video, the plastic surgery advertisements are prolific. They are everywhere. Um, and you think you have high self-esteem, but the social climate here will really make you question your own self-esteem. Like, I was comfortable with the size of my nose for a solid 5 years because I didn't like it growing up, and then I started liking it again. I started being like, "It fits my face, it's cute, I got a cute nose." But every once in a while, I got that tingling in the back of my head like, "Nose job? Nose job? No, no. Nose job? No, no. Nose job?" Um, yeah. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. I did work for a hagwon actually. We'll leave that discussion for another talk because mm. Yes, I am in Korea currently, but I'm leaving too. I'm gonna be behind you. You're leaving ahead of me. You're leaving next week. I'm gonna leave a few months later, but I feel you. Tamika, hey, hey, thank you for joining. Welcome. um, but yeah, I'm very like, what is? I don't know the right word to explain how I'm rooting for you. I'm cheering for you and your adventure in Mexico. Good luck. Do you speak Spanish? Well, I think even if you don't, it's going to be an awesome, awesome experience. Um, Thank you for joining. Everyone is welcome. I have 8 people watching right now. No, I have 7 people watching. Sorry, one of those people watching is my own phone. I do that because often when I start the live stream, um, I am the only person watching it, and I want it to say there's at least one person watching, or else I feel extremely awkward. Like I don't be knowing what to say. But yes, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. Well, I don't know about that. I have found my niches. I have found my people, my tribe within Korea. So I've definitely found experiences that made me feel like I fit in. Um, but there are also experiences that are very exclusive and will reject you here. So that's definitely true. Um, Oh, I'm sorry. I missed it. I missed it on me. I didn't see your question before that. I don't have a precise date, but I will be leaving after I finish my contract, which ends at like the end of February. Like as soon as February is over, so is my housing contract, so is my working contract. But I haven't decided yet whether I'm leaving right away, if I'm gonna hover around for a little while, because I definitely want to make sure I get all of my final like paperwork sorted, make sure that I have my money in hand before I get on a plane, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know yet exactly what my leave date will be, but it's soon. It's coming up. Um, you learned Spanish in like a week in Costa Rica? In Costa Rica? That's dope. I don't know why. I just want to be like in Costa Rica. I don't really have the language barrier so much because I do speak Korean and I'm pretty fluent, but I mean, there are times that I don't understand, like, when I'm talking about, like, very nuanced language, like medical language with my doctor or, like, um, profession-based language, like, if I'm going to the bank and they're using banking terms, that stuff I don't be knowing. I just know the important one, okay? I know how to say account number and transfer, and that's about it. Um, what else? When it comes to going to well, no, like, when it comes to going to, like, shops, I can communicate easily, it's very easy, it's not nothing, like, difficult. They're gonna ask me where I'm from, even though that has nothing to do with the purchase. I'm gonna tell them, "No, I'm not big size. My feet are average size." Sorry, Imma break my neck, but I'm just saying, when I walk into a store, they just assume. They'll be like, "Big size? You want them big size shoes with your big ass feet?" No, my feet are normal. And even if they were big, you sound rude. Big size isn't the name of a size. Don't be telling people they got big size feet. Just name a number. Okay? Is it a 9? Do you need a 9? It's okay. I mean, they don't do it. Those are not the numbers they go by. They go by millimeters. So it's gonna be like 250, 255. Um, but yeah, I had a language barrier in Japan, but Costa Rica, I spoke easily. Okay, nice. I didn't know you've been to Japan. That's cool. That's dope. I found Japan really difficult to get around. I've been there twice, and both times I found it really hard to navigate. So I probably won't go back unless someone drags me there. Andrea. But I probably won't go back because it's so hard to find my way. Yes, yes. They really be making my feet feel ginormous, and they're really not. Your feet, I bet they make your feet feel very large. And you have above average size feet, but they probably make you feel like you're some kind of giant. You will drag? Okay. You can drag me. It's actually not that hard to make me change my mind about going places. Like, I'd be like, "I don't wanna go here," and then, Andrea or Michael or any friend will be like, "But I wanna go," and I'll be like, "Alright, when are we going?" Yeah. Oh my gosh, I said I was only gonna be on here for 30 minutes, but y'all are participating, so now I'm like, "Okay, I can stay on a few minutes longer," "Hey, few minutes longer." Um, yeah, I can't shoe shop here. Yeah, and the thing is I can. That's the thing though. The thing that's frustrating to me is that my shoe size is among the average range. They just assume that Imma have big feet because I'm a foreigner or it might be because I'm black. I don't know if it's because I'm black or because I'm foreign. I don't know. But I know the assumption upon seeing my face is that my feet must be big. And I'm like, but they're not though. And it's rude. Even if it was true, it's rude. Um, that's like if somebody wants to buy because in this country, if I want to buy the clothing from the shopping mall, like the normal shopping center, if it goes on the bottom half of my body, it's probably not gonna fit me. Like, they do this one size thing, and the one size is average Asian female from 10 years ago size. So, not even, like, most Korean women can't fit it, but also, like, I can't fit it. Um, and so when I'm shopping in one of those centers and I'm, like, not able to or I'm thinking about trying something on, they're gonna be like, "No, No, you big size. This one size, you big size. And I've only ever had it happen to me once, but it did not hurt my feelings, actually. It didn't hurt my feelings because I don't have a I was having a high confidence day, and I don't generally have a complex about my size. However, had it been a low confidence day or, you know, whatever, it definitely would have hurt my feelings. It definitely would have. She's like, "No, don't even try it on, girl. That's not for you." Like, even if it's not gonna fit, just don't do that to people. But anyways, Andrea can't buy bras here. She said she said she walked into a bra shop and the lady said and that happens so much. People see foreigner and they're like, "You don't speak Korean. I don't speak English. I'm gonna talk to you with rude gestures only." I hate that. You don't know what I speak. And you probably do speak English because, newsflash, everybody who graduates from school, you don't even got to go to college, graduated from high school, you speak English. You might not be confident in your English might not be perfect, but if you graduated from school in Korea, you have English education and you have been since at least middle school, because even my elderly coworker had English education from the start of middle school through to graduation. Um, but kids these days growing up have actually been learning English since elementary school, since third grade. Okay. If you have been exposed to English since third grade, all the way through high school, then you don't not speak English. You're shy. That's what it is. But anyway, mm. Mm. I have not taken not one sip of my coffee. I ran away to go get the coffee, and I still ain't drank none. Isn't that funny? Let me finally have some of this coffee. You were shook? I would be shook too. That is rude. Yes. Yes, it is. And the funny thing is, 9 times out of 10, I think they really don't think they're being rude. Like, I don't think they're like, "If I do this, it's rude." I think they genuinely think this is the only way to communicate, which is why it's a weird, like, it's a tussle. Because on one hand, I wanna give people the benefit of the doubt. I wanna not be mad. I don't wanna be mad just because, but on the other hand, it is rude. And even in this culture, within this culture, it is still rude. It's kind of like um, the hair touching thing, okay? When I first got here, I used to not be as mad when people would touch my hair. And that's because I thought at the time that they don't know better. They've never been exposed to Black people's hair before, therefore, they don't know it's rude to touch Black people's hair without permission, or generally to treat them like an animal, because I'm not a dog to be pet, because even if you ask my permission, it's still rude, in my opinion. But I thought about it, and I came to the realization that it's not a they don't know better thing, because actually they would not do that to each other. If you saw another Korean person with a curly perm, you're not gonna go up to them and touch their hair. Um, and if you're not gonna do it to other Korean people, but you do it to me, that's rude. And I don't accept it anymore. You can ask my friends, you ask anybody around me. When people reach for my hair, I swerve. Yes, I will embarrass you in public. Yes, I will. Um, if you touch my hair because I didn't see you coming, if you manage to successfully touch my hair, I will yell at you out loud in public, okay? I want to embarrass you because you should be embarrassed because that is rude. AF. It is so rude. Like, and I used to feel, like I said, like I used to feel bad, like, oh, well, she's old, like, she's old, she's a little old lady. She didn't know that it would make me wildly uncomfortable to touch my hair. But now I'm like, no, you know what? She's she thinks that she has power, right? She's entitled. She thinks she's entitled to touch my hair because she's old. And nah, we're not doing that no more. She was over the hair thing. Yes, I'm over the hair thing. I've been over the hair thing. We over the hair thing over here. I remember me and some friends went to Busan this one time, and I actually caught it in one of my videos. I didn't catch the act of the lady touching her hair, but I caught the reaction where we're all like, no, no, ma'am, no. And there were four of us. There were four of us all reacting to this one lady touching one of our friends' hair because not because we wanted to like scare her and overwhelm her, but that's how visceral the reaction is because we're over that. Like, just don't do it. Just don't do it. I have a shirt that says, please don't touch my hair in Korean. And every time I wear it, Korean people feel the need to tell me what it means. They're like, did you know your shirt means da da da? Da?" I'm like, yes, I know. Yeah, I do know. As a matter of fact, that's why I'm wearing it. But there's a reason why they think I don't know. One, because I'm a foreigner, I must not be able to read Korean, but also because they do that. I have seen so many people wearing t-shirts in English that mean nonsense or mean something totally inappropriate. And I'm just like, I know you don't know what your shirt says. I know you don't. Like a little girl walking around in a t-shirt that says "Eat me," and she's like 10. You don't know what that means, or you think it means literal. Okay. Or like I remember I had a student in like the 4th grade who had on a hat, like a fitted cap, and it said, "Beat back dumbass." He was wearing this in school. Like he was allowed. He was allowed to wear this in school. Everyone let him wear this in the hallways. Beat back dumbass. First of all, it doesn't mean anything. It does not make sense. But also, there's a curse word on that. That is a curse word to me. I don't know about y'all, but that is inappropriate for a child. Um, and we're in a school. I'm just like, I was whispering to my co-teacher, like, did you see this hat? Did you see this hat? And my co-teacher was like, yeah, what's wrong with it? I'm like, you're the English teacher. You should know what's wrong with it. Okay. All right. Well, hmm. Gosh, how did I get on a tangent about writing on clothing? I'm sorry. Anyways, final words. Do we have any final things we want to discuss before I jump up off of this live stream? You guys, thank you so much for joining and for being so participating-y. That wasn't a word. But thanks you like this I think this has been the best live stream yet. It was great. I would not have let him wear it. Well, I thought about it. I was thinking about it. It was like on one side, I wanted to ask him to take it off, but the thing is, what I've noticed thank you. You know what? I love my nose too today. Um, but the thing is that I was thinking about asking him to take off the hat, but I felt that if I made him take it off, he was going to then want to know why, and then he was going to look up the meaning of the words, and I just felt like it was better if every student in the class remained, ignorant to the meaning of the words, rather than me being the one who explained it personally. That was the choice I made at that time, and only because, like I said, he's been wearing it all day, and every other teacher let him wear it, and his parents let him leave the house in it, so, yeah. Okay. So I guess that'll be it. That wraps it up, my loves. I have enjoyed every moment of this. Yes, it was fun. It was great. It was wonderful. Thank you for showing up and showing out and interacting. It was wonderful. Um, yeah. So I guess I'm gonna dip. I literally only had a sip of my coffee. That's wild. Y'all have a beautiful night if you're watching this from the US. You'll have a beautiful day if you're watching it from here in Korea. And I'll see you guys next time. So bye.